This is 100% happening. Trump will make America the crypto capital of the world. I've been saying this since 2020. You're going to see more changes than you've ever seen before 2030. And I wasn't even prepared for how radical these changes and how fast these changes would be since Trump won by a landslide. I'm going to break down today how he's going to create a sovereign wealth fund. It's done. It's signed. Executive order. And today, David Sachs, the crypto czar, is going to be talking about how we're going to secure as the leader in digital assets. Here's the thing, though. What you experienced, the flash crash on Saturday and Sunday, there's many people going back and forth on what it was. I think it had to do with the tariffs. It doesn't matter. What we do know is that crypto is here to stay. What matters, I guess it does matter. My point is, what matters is how you handle these markets. It is extremely volatile. Write this down. Volatility is your gift. My recommendation is you build a long-term fundamental portfolio and you hold the line for as long as you can. Keep it simple. Stay out of the meme coins, stay out of the pump and dump, stay out of the get rich quick, and focus on fundamental, long-term, real-world solves. And do really deep research to ask yourself, what will be here when regulation comes in and the dust settles? But I think we're beyond the fact that crypto is not here to stay. It is here to stay. We will become the Bitcoin capital of the world, the crypto capital of the world. We have 15 states already pushing for a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Arizona and Utah are already in the approval process. We have Cynthia Loomis, Bitcoin Treasury bill. And I'm going to show you how we're building a sovereign wealth fund, which probably will include cryptocurrency. So here's the thing. You are in before the institutions. The institutions have not even got the green light yet. We don't have regulatory clarity. So over the next 100 days, we're going to see a lot of changes, but don't come into this to get rich quick. Bull run number one, you're learning, you're getting your bumps and bruises. Bull run number two is the one we're in, is wealth. Bull run number three is generational wealth. You have plenty of time. You're very early in the long term. So pull yourself to a 30,000 foot overview, get out of the get rich quick mindset, get focused, get disciplined, get in the right communities, and stop trying to get rich quick. You're going to see it pump up and you're going to see it come collapsing down. We saw thousands of people panic this weekend. That's the worst thing you can do. Observe nature. The tide goes in, the tide goes out. The problem is there's not a lot of control within this ecosystem because it's so thin. Okay. One big whale exits, boom, it manipulates the whole market because it's so thin. Now, here's the beauty in that. Remember, did you write it down? Volatility is the gift. That's where you can make a large amount of money in a shorter condensed time. Okay. From 2020 to 2024, my XRP has gone up 800%. My portfolio has gone up almost 500%. Where on earth can you get those types of gains? And from 2024 to 2030, I truly believe that is going to be the generational wealth. But we got to stay focused. We got to stay disciplined. We don't panic sell on the way down. If you believe in what you're invested in, hold the line, buy more, and you calmly exit on the way up. If you miss the top, just keep accumulating. My dollar cost average every single day. I don't panic. I don't freak out. I don't try to touch the bottom. I don't try to catch the top. And I stay out of addictive behaviors like meme coins and trying to get rich quick. Just my plan. You can do whatever you want. And on the back end, I share with you exactly what I'm doing. So the first thing I want to show you is 4 months ago, Trump talked about a sovereign wealth fund. Okay, 4 months ago. Promises made, promises kept. Pretty much everything he said, he is doing. Check this out.
All of the American people. Why?
Unfortunately, the audio is pretty bad. It's from Forbes, but the audio is bad. We'll try to listen best we can.
Don't we have a wealth fund? Other countries have wealth funds. We have nothing. We have nothing. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, or we can name it something different. I'll talk about it with Mr. Paulson, who's in the audience, and a lot of other friends of mine. We'll name it something that's appropriate. Perhaps sovereign wealth fund wouldn't be appropriate, but it's going to be the same thing. We'll put tremendous amounts of money through all this money that will be taken in through tariffs and other intelligent things. And we'll have the greatest sovereign wealth fund of them all, and we should have. And that will be used to do things that will be great for our country, including to invest and wisely invest and build it up bigger and stronger and better than any place on earth. We will build extraordinary national development projects.
Okay, so 4 months ago, he said we're going to do a sovereign wealth fund. He said we're going to do tariffs. Okay, promises made, promises kept. Here we are on 18 hours ago. After 4 months of him saying that, here we go.
This is an executive order. This charges your Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, and your Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, to begin a process that will hopefully result in the creation of an American sovereign wealth fund.
It's a very exciting event. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, which we've never had. We have a lot of things that create wealth, and you're seeing that over the last 2 weeks. I think we've created more wealth. Other people have created de-wealth. The people, my predecessors, we're creating a lot of wealth. Scott, maybe you'd like to say something about it, and I'd ask also Howard to say something about it.
Yes, sir. This is very exciting. We're going to stand this thing up within the next 12 months. We're going to monetize the asset side of the U.S. balance sheet for the American people. We're going to put the assets to work. And I think it's going to be very exciting. We're going to study best practices that's done around the world. It'll be a combination of liquid assets, assets that we have in this country as we work to bring them out for the American people.
The extraordinary size and scale of the U.S. government and the business it does with companies should create value for American citizens. If we are going to buy 2 billion COVID vaccines, maybe we should have some warrants and some equity in these companies and have that grow for the help of the American people. So I bring all these things together. I think Scott and I will create an amazing sovereign wealth fund for you, sir.
Oh, go study what a sovereign wealth fund is, guys. This is, as Cynthia Loomis says, this is a big deal happening now. President Trump signs executive order calling for a creation of a sovereign wealth. It's a massive historical deal. Okay. So this is put out by the Blockchain Media. It says U.S. sovereign wealth fund could include U.S.-based cryptocurrencies. I don't know where they got this information from, but I like the look of it. Algorand, XRP, ADA, XLM, HBAR. Oh, wait a minute. Is it all coming together? You got Brad Garlinghouse hanging out with Trump. You got Eric Trump hanging out with Brad Garlinghouse and talking to these guys. And then I think was it Donald Trump Jr. or Eric Trump? You guys can comment down below. But one of them said all the American cryptos are going to be tax-free, sovereign wealth fund. It's all coming together. It is all coming together as we all predicted. Congratulations. You guys are absolute legends. Okay. So this was CNBC around President Trump signs executive order for sovereign wealth fund.
Talk about the president who just signed some new executive orders, including to create a sovereign wealth fund, Megan, with some potential implications for TikTok. Welcome.
Absolutely, Kelly. So a whole bunch of topics that we're going to hit right now. The president is in the Oval Office right now talking to reporters. We have not yet seen the full tape playback, but we're seeing the headlines hit from the wires. So first on the tariffs front, I heard you guys hit these at the top. Trump is saying, according to the wires, that we haven't agreed yet on tariffs with Mexico and that we will have a big negotiation with Mexico. My interpretation of those comments, since we know earlier that they agreed to this 1 month delay, is that he's signaling that over the next 30 days, there will be more talks. They haven't yet decided where to go from there. For now, I would assume that 1 month delay still holds. He also says that he had a good talk with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and we are watching because we know at 3 p.m. today they're expected to speak again. No deal yet with Canada, so a lot to watch coming out of that very consequential phone call later this afternoon. And then on China, they haven't been speaking with China today, but Trump saying now that he'll speak to China over the next 24 hours probably, and that those 10% tariffs are an opening salvo. Those could move higher if they need to see more from China. Then on the sovereign wealth fund front, this was the reason the pool was called into the Oval Office. Trump signed an executive order calling on his Treasury and Commerce departments to take the lead here in setting up a sovereign wealth fund. And Scott Bessent is in the Oval Office as well, telling reporters it should be stood up within 12 months. This was something we heard from Trump about on the campaign trail, saying there was interest in it. President Biden, by the way, was interested in this as well. And on the TikTok front, he said that sovereign wealth fund could potentially be used to make some sort of a deal with TikTok, potentially using some of that money to purchase half of TikTok as he
Promises made, promises kept, whether you like it or not. Here it comes, guys. All right, so we're going to watch. Actually, you know what? We're just going to keep moving here. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Breaking President Trump, AI, and crypto czar David Sachs to host press conference, which is today, February 4th, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, about digital assets and how America will secure its position as a leader. You sure as hell know we're going to be reporting on that tomorrow. Okay, so I'll be talking about that tomorrow. Just some more news here. New Coinbase secures a spot on the UK FCA registry, allowing them to offer crypto services in their country. All right, here we are. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pull ourselves up into the 30,000 foot overview. I want you to start thinking about 2030 and reverse engineer to today. Stop thinking about today. Stop staring at the markets. Stop freaking out. Okay. Build a solid game plan. So that's why I repeat my game plan every single time for you guys. My narrative hasn't changed. It slightly changes, and I bring back and tell you what I'm doing. Okay. Bitcoin, I'm holding 100%. I'm never touching it. I'm going to leverage it, but I'm not going to sell it. I buy it every single day. And then when we have these huge dips like last weekend, I buy it. Okay. Alternative coins, which are all other coins, to include my XRP. People are like, why would you XRP? Because I'm here to profit and I'm here to build a empire for my family inside and outside of crypto. I bought XRP at 17 cents. My first exit was $2.70. I'm not exiting. 50% of it is being held forever, just like Bitcoin. Because of the large amount of price appreciation, I'm pulling from the top of the risk pyramid. I pull it down the risk pyramid. Okay. As it goes up, I hit targets on the way up. I calmly, because when you get to the top and you're trying to catch the top, you're not going to catch it. Exchanges shut down. Everybody's panicking, trying to get their crypto out. I'm exit target, exit target, exit target, $2.70, $5, $7. I have my target set up. As I pull, I bring it down the risk pyramid. I like to use tier one capital. I use cash value life insurance. Okay, I put my profits into cash value life insurance to protect, compound, and grow. Once those buckets are full, getting a little bit more silver, not a ton of silver. I'll be putting more money into my dividend ETF strategy to create cash generating assets that pay me dividends every single month. I de-risk back into Bitcoin and XRP to create a deflationary system. Then I'm going to be getting more real estate for tax liabilities, and we're going to continue to enhance our businesses into AI technology to increase cash flow and then repeat that process. Okay. And I've been doing this since 2020, 2022, 2023. Now we're in 2024, patiently, persistently, dollar cost averaging in. The two that I'm dollar cost averaging in, my bags are packed and everything else, is XRP and Bitcoin. My number one holding is XRP. My number two is Bitcoin. Okay. That's exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So stay calm. Think about this. You'll sit in a job for 30 years. 10% of Americans retire with about $1 million. People will sit in a job for 30 years to retire with $250,000, $300,000, but they're not patient enough to sit in a market for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years that could be radically, radically life transforming. So that's what you have to really think about. What is your plan with this? Why are you in this, right? And, there's nothing wrong with being a long-term holder and just holding, right? I like to diversify. I like to have protection. I like to have diversification within asset classes. I'm not married to crypto either. I'm not a maximalist in anything. I'm a maximalist with God and Jesus Christ. Those are my only two things I'm a maxi about, right? And so I love you guys. And big warning out there, I want to share with you guys. We're actually doing some really cool stuff with a company coming up here soon, where we are going to work to be able to really help you understand who you're talking to. We're going to verify. The blockchain is so amazing. I won't let the cat out of the bag, but we're going to do some verifiable things because of all the scammers out there. Remember, I do not invest people's crypto. We do not have a trading platform. We do not invest people's crypto. Okay. So I will never DM you. I will never ask about your crypto. We do not have a trading platform. Okay. What I do have for you is resources. I want to be very clear on this. So one is called a needs assessment. I get hundreds of messages a day. Okay. Around how I use cash value life insurance. Okay. That's a needs assessment. So that's my insurance side of my company. So when you do the needs assessment, I'm going to text you, call you, email you. Okay. You'll never send them money directly. So I just want to make sure you know that's a free consultation. What I do may not work for you. So they do what's called a needs assessment and retirement strategy for you. On the other side, I have what's called the 3T Warrior Academy, my coaching academy. Okay. That is completely separate, which my coaching academy is subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision creation, education, live calls, market calls, Q&A calls, everything you need to be supported through these times right now. Community, tribe, it's all education and support for you. Live calls with me as well. And that way we can help you get through this calmly. We've helped 10,000 people worldwide. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Stay calm. Don't trip. Buy the dip, diamond hand, and build a plan. I think that's the biggest thing. Love you guys. Warriors. Rah, let's get your shit together. Let's go. Love you guys.